Morning guys, we are getting ready to leave the beautiful city of Licuelo this morning, getting ready to go do what Keen and I came to Puerto Rico to do. That is, we're gonna go to a coffee plantation, take a tour, get some great coffee, see what's available there, and then we're going to
the Pork Highway.
The Pork Highway. Okay, here we are. We are at Hacienda Munoz. I'm probably saying all these words wrong, so for those of you who speak Spanish, you have to forgive us. Anyway, coffee plantation in Puerto Rico. Pretty cool old truck. I'll turn it around here so you guys can get a better view. Anyway, pretty cool old truck. Just a beautiful setting. And we're gonna go learn about Puerto Rican coffee. Well, here's something you don't see every day. A one-legged chicken.
But it has a leg.
Okay, technically it's got a second leg, but it's only got 1 foot. Not real sure when the last time these tractors ran. Not really even sure what brand that is. Front appears to be, yep, John Deere. But the rest of it, I don't know about.
Coffee plants are tropical plants. They want water, they want sunlight, they want humidity. Too much of anything will kill it. Apart from that little thing, little facts, we also have a little legend that people made, and most of people, the historians and people that love coffee, agree with. Now, it's a legend, it's not a fact, but it basically says that a pastor and its goats discovered coffee. How? Well, pastor walk around goats. Goats eat coffee plant, coffee beans, make them hyperactive. Hyperactive, pastor curious because he can't control his goats. That's basically what's happening. All right, so because of that, the pastor decides, let me take coffee bean. Coffee bean, take to monastery, home, house, whatever you want to call it. All right, and the pastor tries to make a drink. Drink don't taste good, so bean to fire. Yes, I'm kind of explaining it like a caveman. But the beans go into the fire. They get roasted. They start to get that smell, the aroma that we all love of coffee. Even though you may not drink it and like it, sometimes we like the smell even more. So if it smells good, tastes good, take it out, grind it down, and do the method of infusion, which is basically how we do coffee nowadays or how we make any tea. Grind it down, coffee, hot water, let that steam, strain it out, and you get your first cup of coffee thanks to some crazy goats. Puerto Rico became the 3rd biggest exporter of coffee by the early 1800s. Number 3, how? We are a tiny grain of rice in the middle of the tropics. Well, all of the island was agriculture. That's what we lived by, that's how we ate, that's how we commercialized. Everything was agriculture. Most of the island. The rest that wasn't agriculture was a house that was built there to live. That was it. So, problem. By the ends of the 1800s, almost the 1900s itself, all right, Puerto Rico and agriculture dies. How? Why? When? Well, the U.S., as always, for some reason, U.S. is always a problem. Now, yeah, in history, U.S. is always a problem. Now,
that's not good.
The U.S.
Pretty steep climb. Raising coffee beans on a mountain, basically.
This is flower season. It's a few months, from February to April. They'll sometimes flower one branch, the next branch flowers in April, for example. So all of those beans will take their own time to mature. That's why we harvest by hand. And harvest season starts August, as early as it can be usually. August, ends of August, September, all the way down to November. Sometimes December. Any questions, curiosities?
What's like your typical pounds per plant?
If she's kind of like this grown and well maintained, well taken care of, and if the plant is in a good mood that year, she can give you around 5 pounds.
So little coffee plant, about 2 years old, and bigger plants, 6 to 7 years old. So in case you haven't seen it before, papaya. And also, in case you haven't ever seen one, which I'm not sure I really have, banana tree.
Oh, look, Ellie, you can see.
Very neat.
Hold on.
Banana.
So once the beans are picked, they come here, see some equipment. Set out to dry for 3 to 4 weeks. Cummins power.
And that's how it works.
So final steps,
Sweet, smells sweet.
Roasting.
How else does it smell? What does it
Grinding.
remind? Let's see, what else can you feel?
packaging,
Floral.
Floral. Maybe chocolate.
tasting.
Chocolate is one of the most
Coffee plantation takeaways is not very much grown in Puerto Rico anymore. Used to be third largest exporter, now just really private, local. Not a lot of agriculture, according to what she told us, left in Puerto Rico, especially when it comes to coffee beans. And there's a fair amount of loss by the time you do the processing and grading and all of that. So kind of explains why coffee sometimes, especially custom type coffee, costs quite a bit. Okay, so here we are on the Pork Highway. We bypassed a whole bunch of places to stop because we just ran a little bit late at the coffee plantation, and we just came straight to El Rancho Original. Got turned on to this place actually by Bizarre Foods and Andrew Zimmer. When they did the Pork Highway, we didn't even know it existed, but saw it on his show, and here we are. Go check it out. Everything pork, right down my alley. So the line goes all the way down there, all the way back. We may be here for a while. Just a word to all you kids out there that don't know Spanish, learn it. It'd be very useful. Great culture, great people. Everything here in Puerto Rico is Spanish. And a lot of other places we've been, and we haven't been a lot of places, but the places we've been around the world, a lot of English. But here, Spanish is king, so no Espanol, no bueno. So you might be wondering what are we going to get. We're going to try, of course, the lechon, which is the roasted suckling pig, the costillas barbecue, which is barbecued ribs, and I'm cheating on the signs here. We're gonna get the, I don't even know how to say it, I'm gonna butcher it. So rice with pigeon peas, the blood sausage called morcilla, and the Puerto Rican tamale with pork. See what that looks like. So, not kidding, this might be the most exciting part of the Puerto Rican trip. Anytime in the hog farmer you see an entire roasted pig on a spigot, that's going to be a good day. That's delicious. Lechon. And if roasted pig isn't your thing, you can have roasted chicken. Any part of this pig, any one piece, what would you like? What would you pick if you could, like, hey, here's a handful of any part of this, what would you want?
Obviously the loin.
I mean,
So right off the top.
he wants the loin. A lot of people say shoulder, maybe the ham. I want that right there. I want that here. Nice, crispy. Oh yeah, that's a snack all afternoon. That's good chewing.
For a dog, maybe.
Yeah. Do you mind to be on video? Do you mind? How many hogs, lechons do you go through in a day?
It's depend the day.
Big weekend. Yeah, today or weekend.
Like 30.
A day? Wow.
Sunday. This Sunday.
Wow. That's
crazy.
unbelievable. We got to raise pigs in Puerto Rico.
Okay, so this one restaurant, she said, uses 30 hogs per day on the weekends. And that's just one restaurant. This highway's how many miles?
Probably 20 kilometers.
Okay, so that says it's like 20 kilometers long. So, and it's lined with restaurants. This might be one of the bigger restaurants, but still, that is a lot of hogs.
Okay, here we go. El Rancho Original. Blood sausage. Rice with chickpeas, right?
Some kind of paste.
I can't remember what they call it in the video, but basically barbecued ribs. Looks pretty good. And
Oh my god, that's a lot of chickpeas.
tamale with what is
We'll
this?
try some if you have extra.
Called yam.
We got that. Okay, so she ordered yam. Yam?
Yam.
Yam.
Different.
Oh, and all of this, food, drink, everything, $71. $71 with tip. Not bad. All right, blood sausage. First time for Keenan ever. Porky,
Not really.
sausagey.
It's very, like, the opposite of dense. It's very, like,
Really?
has quite a bit of air in it.
Yeah, it looks very dense.
And it's kind of spicy, but not that spicy. But it's good. It does not taste like what I expected. I expected it to be gross, honestly.
So you like it? Has that Puerto Rican tamale.
Did you like it?
Honestly,
There we go.
a little bit bland.
Really? You like a little kick. Puerto Rican lechones, roasted pork, roasted pig. You never can go wrong with roasted pig. Oh, but look at that. That's that ear. Oh yeah. Nice crunch. That actually is very good. Anyway, easy to see why they have a pork highway. Of course, we raise hogs, but we love everything pork, as do these people, which is just phenomenal. And the things that you can do with it, and the way it tastes and flavors, and all the differences. Good is, I don't. There's not words to explain, but it's just absolutely delicious. Alright, so some days, you know, are just days to remember. This is real one of them, I think, because, man, I'd love to come back here again to El Rancho Original, Puerto Rico, enjoy their beautiful cooked pork.
I was gonna point out, it's like, what time? Oh, it's 2:30 now, so long after lunchtime, at least at home. And I think the line's longer than it was when we got here,
Yeah.
like an hour ago.
They close at 5,
Yeah.
but they open at 6. So I wonder what they do in the morning. The same thing all day long.
It seems like a very festive place, but I think this
You can tell by the music.
might just be their culture though.
Yeah, true. Oh,
And,
Mom just
and I think it's maybe just a way of living, but it's such a fun way of living, it seems to me like.
So this is our next stop for dessert. Actually, lunch dessert. I have no idea really what time it is. I think around 3 o'clock. But we're going to Lechonera Los Pinos. Hope I'm saying that even close to right. But anyway, they had some excellent desserts on their menu, is what it looks like. So we're slowly working our way down the street to try them for dessert. We came from all the way up this way where all the tour buses and everything else are parked to go to El Rancho Original. And anyway, we're pretty excited. So, more food. Wish I had a bigger belly. Coming forth. So I don't know if you can hear me or not. It's pretty loud, but we ended up with flan, which is a caramel pudding, and a sweet rice. That's our dessert. So I would say, wow. The day at the Pork Highway, what a success, a great day. If you're ever in Puerto Rico, look it up. Pork Highway, plan to spend the day. Your belly will get full, you'll eat great food. The places we've been, this has probably been one of the biggest language barriers, as far as there's a lot of people that only speak Spanish. But that being said, everybody is so friendly. I think these folks are probably some of the nicest that we've been around. Glad to help, even if you have to point and do those kind of things. So one of the most beautiful parts of the island, the people.